In this segment, we're going to get into the wonderful world of webinars. Now, I'm going to show you how easily you're going to set up your webinar registration page, your webinar confirmation page, your webinar replay page, and we even have a special order form just for the webinars. Now, it's going to work just like the sales page funnels. You're going to go through, you're going to fill out some forms, and bada bing, bada boom, we're going to take this information, we're going to plug it in here, we're going to plug it in there, and whammo, your whole entire funnel is going to be all set up. You guys are going to get monster conversions with this, and you're about to fall out of your chair. So if you're ready, let's do it. Okay, so let's take a look at our webinar funnel. Once again, we have our setup. Guys, the process is going to be the same thing all the way through. So you come over here and you choose the set you want. And by the way, these sets also match what you have for your sales page or your webinar sign-up funnels. So if I choose this one right there, there's my current theme. Once I apply the theme, I'm going to go through the same exact process. Guess what? I have a setup tab. So if I want to copy an existing webinar, I could go ahead and choose that webinar over there, and then it'll copy all the fields for me. I can go ahead and put in my webinar details, my title, my description. I can tell it when the webinar is going to start. I can go ahead and select my webinar platform. So if I want to change it from GoToWebinar, I can do that. I can come over here and I can go ahead and integrate my leads with an autoresponder. You're actually able to build lists inside this program. So what you can do is you can say, okay, I also want to send pre-emails, meaning registration emails, to the people in this list. You can go ahead and choose that. You put who the webinar is hosted by, and then we have a section over here where you can overwrite the confirmation page. So if you don't want to use our thank you page, no problem. Use your own if you want to put them in a different funnel. If you want to do something with the bots or a mini chat, something like that, that's why we have that there. Then we have 3 secrets down below. You can keep adding more secrets if you want to, but we don't recommend it. We recommend that you have 3 secrets. Now, once you do that, you're then going to come over here and you'll go to your order setup. You'll do the same exact thing, right? So you're going to choose your course, or you can do an external URL if you don't want to use our system, right? Put in your webinar title, your webinar description, and look here. Here's all the bullets of the things that you're going to get on your webinar order form. This could be different from your sales page order form because maybe you're doing something special for your webinar. You type in your values and everything else. Very, very simple to understand. If you want to fire off pixels on your pages, you can go ahead and do that. Here's your privacy policy. And then the rest here, I'll show you in just a second. Okay? So once you go through this whole entire setup, guess what? We're going to build your pages for you. So here's your webinar registration page. And if I want, I can come over here and I could just go ahead and click on these things here and I can change them out. I can change all this data here. Remember, we pulled all this in for you automatically. You didn't have to do anything. I come over here. Here's my confirmation page. We're going to pull all that for you in automatically. We'll pull in your title, your description. Your countdown timer is already set. You can come over here very easily, load a video, pull it right out of your video library. Everything here is beautiful, high converting, just one of our many templates. Here we have our replay page. Now, I don't have the replay activated right now, but you kind of get an idea how that would work. And so I can come over here. I can change all this. I can override the timer settings if I want. If I want to make it a different color, I can go ahead and do that. I can do whatever it is you would expect to find in a page builder. Okay? But we made the whole process easy because we want you to be profitable. If I click on bridge page, you're able to create as many bridge pages as you want. You can use these for like testimonials. You can use these for things you've missed in your webinar, whatever. Instead of sending out an email that says, hey, click on the webinar replay link, click on the webinar replay link, click on the, for, doing that for 5 or 6 days. Now what you can do is you can send out bridge pages. So you can say, hey, I forgot to mention this in the webinar, so I shot a special video for you. Boom, there it goes, right? So you can have as many bridge pages as you want. That's what they look like. And I come over here and we have our order form. So I already pulled the information in, but if I want to come over here and if I want to change it, then I can go ahead and do that. And once we do that, we're going to come over here and we're going to click on setup, and we'll come over here to links, and you'll see here is our webinar registration link, our confirmation link, our replay link, our order form link, and our bridge page link. Okay? Now, once you're all set up, you're going to go out there and you're going to actually run your webinar, right? You're going to do it on GoToWebinar, Webinar Geo, whatever it is you have. Maybe do it on the Google Hangouts. It's completely up to you. But now you're going to bring in your replay, and you'll come over here to the replay setup, and you'll go ahead and load your replay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to automatically put the replay on the page. The countdown timer is going to be set. The order button's linked. You guys cannot screw this up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to mail the people that registered for your webinar automatically, but you can even go beyond that. And the list that you build inside of our system, you can say, you know what? I want to send the replay to those people as well. That's going to make you more sales in the process. So as you can see, we're doing things with this platform that's never been done before. But guess what? There's more to come. Now this segment here, guys, definitely my favorite part of EverFunnels. This is something we had to have in our business. And if I could be honest with you, it's something that we failed to do. But by implementing this inside of EverFunnels, I can guarantee we just added an additional 7 figures to our online business. Now, what we failed to do is set up a proper email sequence for our webinars. So there should be a pre-email sequence that goes out. This gets people on your webinar. There should be an indoctrination series that goes out. This is for people that have registered for the webinar, and it reminds them to actually attend the webinar. And then we have a replay sequence or a post sequence that needs to go out to try to get people to watch the replay and take action with your offer. Now, this here is pretty awesome because what we've done is we've written all the emails for you, and it doesn't matter your niche or marketplace, this will work. I'm going to show you exactly how to set all this up, and I've even got some magic that we can sprinkle on the webinars to get you some of the highest conversions you've ever experienced, okay? You can tell I'm excited, so if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so I'm back over here on the webinar funnel. Definitely my favorite part. I can't wait for this, guys. This here is going to put an extra 7 figures in our bottom line because it's just amazing what we've built. Okay, so I already covered all this. I think you guys understand this whole process, but guess what? Over here, we have this pre-email series, indoctrination series, and post-email. So if I click on this right here, guys, you're not going to believe this. What we've done is we've gone and written your pre-email series for you. And this will work for any niche or marketplace, okay? Now, you're going to get better conversions if you come over here and you mention whatever the topic is for your webinar, right? So if you're talking about cryptocurrency, if you're talking about investing, if you're talking about real estate, if you're showing them how to lose weight or diet, whatever it is, you want to add a little bit of love in here, but follow my sequence. Don't deviate from it because we've been known to get some monster conversions with our webinar, okay? So we're going to automatically pull in the information that you provided in the setup. We're going to pull in all your links for you, and you can go ahead and put in your own links from this one campaign. So these links here are all right here in this top section. You can go ahead and pull in your data fields, your short codes here, okay? You can pull in your bridge pages. Everything's been done for you guys. It's all queued up. It's all ready to go according to the time when your webinar starts. Your banners are all set, the countdown timers, everything is ready to go. These emails will go out no matter what, which means you will get people signed up for your webinar. That's the goal of a pre-email series. Now, we also have precautions in place to make sure you don't screw this up, meaning you can't get to the emails until you've gone and set a start date for your webinar and you've actually chosen a webinar platform, or you've told us that you don't want to use our webinars, right? So things open up step by step, which means you can't screw this process up, okay? And we're going to walk you through the whole entire process. So once you do that, you'll come down here, you'll click, I want to save these pre-emails, and now we'll come over here to the indoctrination series. Now, this series is for people that have actually registered for your webinar. These are emails that are going to go out to those people to make sure they actually attend your webinar, right? So look at the titles here. Registrants only, what to expect on the webinar. And then we're going to pull in your webinar title for you. Look at this. They've all been formatted. We're pulling in the information. We're pulling in your secrets. We're telling them the webinar day. We're telling them everything about this, right? So we got big day is approaching, T-minus 1 hour, 15 minutes until showtime, live, right? The very, very best in webinars, guys. If you go check your email, I can promise you some of the biggest marketers in the world are sending you a pre-email series. If they know what they're doing, they're sending an indoctrination series, and for sure, they're sending out a replay series, which brings me to my next one. This is our post email. Now, in our post email, it's going to work the same exact way. Time-sensitive follow-up from today's training, right? So here's the replay. We're going to plug the replay link in there. The replay page has the video. has the countdown timer, everything synced, nothing for you to set, got your branding, everything ready to rock and roll, right? So look at these emails here. Did you catch that? 10 hours, what's it going to be? 3 hours until the vault closes. The doors are closing. Now, change my emails if you want to. You can do whatever it is you want to do. You can add more emails. You can change the times. It doesn't really matter. This gives you a base to start with. And if you don't do anything with it, I can promise you, people are going to register for your webinar. They're going to show up for your webinar, and they're going to click the links inside of your replay emails. Okay, so now I'm sure you're excited about that, and you're going, oh my God, you guys have thought of everything. But guess what? What if I told you it gets even better? Because what I'm going to do now that you understand how the pre-email, the indoctrination, and the post-email works, I'm going to come back over here to the Setup tab, and now I'm going to reveal some of the biggest secrets that we have in our business. This is where you will take your webinar conversions and you will throw them through the roof, okay? We're going to come over here to this one that says Webinar Enhancers. I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and here's what you need to know. As I turn things on, what happens is the email series are now going to change. Because what we're doing is we're adding a little magic to our pre-email, our indoctrination, and our post-email. So if you look here, this one says pre, which means the pre-email series is about to change. This one says post. The post series is about to change. Here's another pre. It's going to change again. So how this works is we're going to go ahead and click this on, and the email is going to change. And now it's going to say, hey, thank you so much for registering for my webinar. If you would do me a favor and take this survey, I'd really appreciate it because I want to make sure I put on the best webinar possible for you. Okay, so what does that do? Number one, it gives you the information you need to absolutely crush it with your webinar. Number two, it conveys to your prospect that you really care about them and their success. And number three, it gets them all excited. And now they're going to show up for your webinar. Greater chances. Okay, we come over here, we turn this on, we have our survey link post. This email goes out that says, thank you so much for attending the webinar. Now, we do this after they haven't bought. Can you do me a favor and take this survey? Let me know what you thought of the webinar. Now, here's what this does. Number one, you're going to find out all the objections that people have, the reason why they didn't buy. Number two, if you do this right, you're going to know the people that actually didn't buy. And you're going to know the reason why they didn't buy. You're going to know what their objections are. So now what we do, and we've got monster conversions on our webinars, guys. I'm talking about like 79%, even higher. What we do is either myself or my team will get on the phone and we'll say, hey, John, thank you so much for attending the webinar. It says here in your survey, the reason why you didn't buy is because it was too expensive. Can I interest you in a 3-part payment plan? Sold, cha-ching. Or they'll say, hey, John, I see that you're concerned that this won't work with WordPress, or WordPress is too complicated. How about if I put one of my coaches on the phone? Would you be interested in then? Boom, sold. You guys get what you're doing? You're dealing with the objections one-on-one. You will close those sales. Nobody in the business does this. This one right here, pre-webinar resources. How does this work? Okay, thank you so much for signing up for the webinar. If you would do me a favor, click the link down below. I've got this amazing blueprint. I want you to go through this before the webinar. Let me know when you're done. I think you're really going to like this. This is going to help you succeed with the webinar. See how we did that? We get them excited to attend our webinar. We come down here. We have webinar resources post. So this says, hey, I hope you had time to grab the replay, but guess what? Today I got something extra special for you. Now, I mentioned this in the webinar, but I didn't have time to cover it. So what I did was I shot an extra video, and I want to include that for you. Or I put together this mind map, and I think it's going to help you succeed with XYZ. Or I put together this guide on the top 10 coins that you need to be investing in right now to boost your portfolio. Okay? Webinar resource post. I think you guys are probably getting the hang of how valuable this is. Free gift. If we turn this on, now it says, hey, and by the way, when you register for my webinar, I got this amazing gift for you. So you turn this on and boom, all of your pre-emails are going to change. It's going to pull this information in and you're done. Webinar bonuses. This one right here goes in the post series, right? It says, hey, I just want to let you know we just added some more bonuses. So you come over here, you just keep adding your bonuses. Same with testimonials. This comes out the last day. Hey, I just want to let you know, here's what people think of this amazing training, this amazing course, this amazing coaching program. Here's all the people that are losing weight with my diet secrets, right? So all these testimonials roll out. Down here, this is a big one. This is a Q&A. Here's how this goes. Hey, I'm sorry, the webinar was packed. The questions were just pouring in. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to deal with everybody's question and answer. Usually that's a true statement, guys. I'm not just making stuff up here. I'm just trying to make it convenient for you, right? So you got an email that goes out that says, so what I did was I took the most common questions and answers and I put them in this email here, and hopefully that helps you make an informed decision. The link is down below. All the best, right? So that's webinar enhancers, guys. When you turn these on, your emails are going to automatically change and it's going to pull in this data. You can't lose. You will throw your conversions through the roof. Okay? Pretty powerful stuff. So there you have it. Now you know the power behind EverFunnels, and I'm sure you would agree there's nothing like this in the marketplace. Matter of fact, I've never seen anything like this in my 20 years of being in business. And this really is going to take all the complications away. For the first time ever, you're going to have a whole entire webinar funnel set up with no technical obstacles, a sales page, a free member sign up, and all the emails have been written up for you. They're queued, they're sequenced, they're going to be set out at the right time. The countdown timers are placed, your replay page is all set up, everything's done. And remember, we have protocols in place to make sure that you don't screw this up. Okay, you cannot lose with EverFunnels. And also remember, our support is pretty amazing with this platform. We have an amazing group. We have a 24/7 support desk. We do Q&A sessions every single week, and we have amazing segments that also take place in the group as well. Okay, so you're definitely in the right place. This is the platform for you, no matter the niche, no matter the marketplace, and we definitely look forward to taking you to the top. So on that note, I'll see you inside the group. Take care.